It's like a...
Hi viewers, welcome to another edition of Take 10. It's a 10-minute webinar that we've never achieved 10 minutes, alas, but that's fine. 10-minute webinar with the purpose of getting behind the profile of the people that you know. It's to break the ice in order to basically make communication easier, and therefore principle of communication leads to business or better business. So today we have Jonny Lowe and Tommy Yao from Yoko Property. Welcome, Jonny. Welcome, Tommy. And if I may immediately hand over to you, please, to introduce yourselves.
Yes, so I'm Tommy. So I'm Jonny.
And I'm Tommy.
God, we messed up already. So we're from. This is going to be a good, snippet for the thing. So we're from Yoko Property. We're a service accommodation management company. We started off the business in Milton Keynes. Essentially, that's kind of our main hub. Then we kind of slowly expanded, and 5 years on, we have over 250 properties across 25 cities. I guess we're all the way up, up north from Redcar, Middlesbrough to Midlands, Leamington Spa, Coventry, and Rugby, all the way to London and further down south, now in Kent and also
Brighton
as well. And recently, well, from this month, we'll actually start operating in Wales as well, in St Asaph. So we're kind of slowly expanding our coverage. And our properties range from 1-bedroom apartments all the way to 6-7-bedroom houses, and also apart hotels as well, about multiple units, usually around 10 or less apartments in each one. So our portfolio, it's quite diverse, and that's kind of, we've done it deliberately to make it a one-stop shop for our clients.
Yeah,
Fabulous. I was just thinking about that massive portfolio you've got, and for viewers who've never met Jonny or Tommy, two of the nicest people I've ever met, and so hardworking, and that your portfolio is just incredible. So I'm looking forward to hearing more about that after we've done those icebreaker questions. So great. Thanks for that introduction. And are we ready then to move into the icebreaker questions? You ready for this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Motorway or A roads? What do you prefer?
For me, I prefer motorways. I do a lot of traveling to my partner her family's from Bristol. So when we have to drive down a mixture of motorways and A roads, and to be honest, A roads always windy. It's probably the places where you get like bumpiness and the potholes. So to be honest, I dislike the A roads the most. So yeah, motorways are always the nicer drive.
Yeah, I think I'm A roads because I'm into my cars and into my driving. So A roads is probably the funner drive. Providing there's no traffic. Obviously, we're driving within speed limit.
Interesting. I think I'd go for the motorway myself. It's mainly because I'm one of those drivers that can't figure out sat nav, and so a right turn for me will be 3 left turns in order to cross over the road. Like turning right. So a motorway will take me from A to B without me getting lost. So I'd go for that. Personally, I'd go for the motorway. But I do understand if the joy of driving, then yeah.
Autonomous cars come in very soon, so I think all of us won't need to drive very soon anyway, whether it's A roads or motorway.
Yeah. Photos or videos. So when you're out and about, whether it's for leisure or for business, you tend to take photos or videos.
Tommy, you go first.
I think I am photos, just because you can. I get sent videos, and a lot of the time, a lot of the time, it's just a lot of waffle. So I like to get to the point straight away, and the photos usually tell the story most of the time.
Yeah, for me, it depends what it is. If I'm, for example, on holiday, I'm definitely a more video person because it feels like you can kind of relive the moment. So, videos for me.
And I'll fall into the video one as well. Similarly, you know, with when there's that reliving of the moment, where the bitter pill with that one for me is when I realise that when the family turn around and they go, no, I didn't see that, I didn't watch it. You know, you'll look at a picture, you'll look at a photo, but my family at least, they won't watch a video. So I'm thinking, well, why bother? In fact, you know, they've said to me, you know, I don't know who you think's going to watch these, Dad, because I ain't going to. Some of them are right.
I
So I do
will
it
be.
just
I
for
think
me.
when you're like, I don't know, let's say in 10 years' time and you kind of like relive in a
That's
moment.
right.
Let's say if you've got, I don't know, if you've got kids and stuff and you kind of video them and when they're growing up, you can kind of watch the video. I think things like that
Exactly.
it's quite nice.
100%. You hear the voices and like you say, you relive that moment. So yeah, no, I'm a video person. You just need a whacking great load of memory on your phone, don't you?
Exactly.
Do you find yourself walking slow or fast? Do you prefer to walk slow or fast? Do you amble from one meeting to the next if it's in town, let's say, or are you like, oh God, get there?
I'm a fast walker. Like Johnny doesn't really like walking very much. We always laugh that he drives everywhere. But for me, when I walk, I think I like to think I'm a fast walker. Although I have been accused of being a slow walker at times as well. But maybe it's
Yeah,
the situation.
Yeah, I think I'm I wouldn't say fast or slow, but I'm always on my phone. So I'm one of those that if I'm walking, my phone is glued to me. So I'm probably thinking I'm walking fast, but the amount of people probably getting annoyed because I don't look where I'm going. I'm just on my phone. But I think it's the nature of the business. Kind of, I think everyone's glued to their phone, but I guess I'm more glued to my phone because of work rather than just endlessly
right.
scrolling on social media. So I would say regular speed. That's where I'll put myself. Yeah.
Right.
My dog, so every day. So and he is always on the lead because I can't trust him off lead. So when he wants to start going for a jog, I kind of have to jog with him. So that probably helps
Yeah.
me walk a bit.
Right.
I've got
Yeah.
I've got a golden retriever. This is a big dog, and he likes pulling on the lead. Um, so yeah, so I'm a fast walker when he walks in, not me walking him, but he's walking me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, you know, I'm it's the only exercise I get really if I get out of the house. So I try to do a bit of walking fast, but if the old bones will bear it.
Well,
Um,
I think walking is now an Olympic sport, if I remember correctly. I still don't understand how walking can be an Olympic sport, but I think I'm pretty sure
It
I've
feels more
seen
like
it.
power walking or something
Well,
like
I
that.
think from what I think I understood with the walking is that like you're not meant to have one foot. So you're always meant to have at least one foot on the ground.
Yeah.
I could be wrong about that, but I think that's how you distinguish like a jog or a run
Well, okay.
and a walk. So
ah,
yeah.
okay. Honestly, when you see those power walkers
Correct me
walking
though.
along, my hips and everything else is just aching watching it. I'm thinking, how on earth? What do they feel like? Because they're kind of so unnatural, isn't it? How they walk. But it reminds me actually, you know, of we've recently been away, and then it's in nice places. If you've got we're talking about walking generally here, aren't we? I suppose, but these people in Australia by the beach and everything, they're up at 6 o'clock, running, walking, surfing, doing everything, but they shut down earlier as well. But I'm just fascinated by the amount of in the UK, probably driven by the weather, how we stay indoors so much, but then obviously um, there are the gyms that we go to. Well, I don't go to, but you know, a lot of people go to. Final question: mountains or beaches? Are you a mountain or a beach holiday person?
I know what Johnny will say. And I think he knows what I'll say.
Yeah.
So I like hiking. So I have a group amongst our group of friends, a subset of us. We like to go hiking. So either once a year or once every few, or maybe multiple times a year, depending when. We like to go, do hikes. So we've done Mount Snowdon. We've gone to Norway a few times. We went to Switzerland most recently. So don't be wrong, I do love a beach, but I do like a mountain, mountain hike. Yeah.
Well, as you can tell from probably most of me and Tommy's answer, we're kind of polar opposite. So I'm a beach person. If someone's just like, they want to go on a hiking holiday, I personally, I couldn't think of anything worse.
It's really funny because we planned our Switzerland trip, and I didn't even talk to Jonny about it because I think he wouldn't even be interested. And when he found out about it, he thought, "Oh, why did you go to Switzerland without me?" I said, "Yeah, we're going hiking." He's like, "Yeah, don't worry about it."
Yeah. Especially, when, I think that I'm definitely a beach person, especially when now I go on holiday, we used to say, when we used to travel, we used to have like itinerary saying, okay, you know what, in the morning we do this, afternoon we go here, like everything is like so structured and planned. But now when I'm on holiday, I'm just like, I just want to wake up where I want. I just kind of, if that day I decide to want to go to see some, I don't know, museums or whatever it is, or go shopping, I'll just decide on a day. I feel like once I'm on holiday mode now, I'm much more lazier than having a well-structured plan. Maybe it's part of getting older.
No, like beach for me as well, really. And I can't do anything pretty much when I'm on holiday on a beach. And I'll take these, you buy a book or something at the airport, and I've reached page 5 and it's covered in suntan cream, and that's it. And then you like, if you take it back, you take it back. Otherwise, you say, "I'll bin it." It was a nice thought that I might be reading on the beach. I can't even read on the beach. It's just mad. My brain just turns into some kind of vegetable, and I just kind of I just lie there.
I'm quite extreme though. I mean, I think I'll probably come across as being someone quite lazy on holiday, but I'm quite into kind of the like any activities I like. For example, anything like bungee jumping, like scuba diving, any of those water sports, like those things that I love. But unfortunately, hiking is not. It's not part of that list.
We took him to one time, and that's it. That was the only time I've ever seen him.
Yeah, I think we climbed Mount Snowdon. I just proved myself that I can do it if I wanted to. But then after that, I was like, yeah, no more hiking for me.
Yeah, did try to turn it back a few times, I think. But,
I do like the idea of the hiking. Excuse me, my wife. I don't know if it's a German thing, but they would alternate beach and mountains each year. So one year the beach, it would often be like in Holland, Scheveningen or something like that, and then the next year it would be like in the mountains, which I suppose is quite a nice thing to do. Activities, don't know. Posted recently on LinkedIn. I mean, I tried snorkeling on the Barrier Reef. I almost drowned. I didn't literally almost drown, but it was pathetic. I'd put the snorkel in the water. I'd start kicking, and I'd realise I'd just been round in a kind of like a circle, basically. I wasn't going anywhere. So activities, I've called that one. I've called a halt on that one as well. Oh, thanks for that. I really enjoyed it. Interesting. So tell us a little bit more, please, about Yoko. Your portfolio, and how you feel that viewers can engage with you, and what have you. Over to you.
Yeah, so obviously Jonny mentioned already about like the size of our portfolio. So we're over 200 properties now, and obviously expanding to all the towns and cities. I lose track. It's like every week there's another new landlord or investor approaching us from somewhere that we're not based in. But that's because it's usually through word of mouth. At the moment, we've probably not spent too much on like marketing, Google ads or anything like that. So a lot of the time that when we move to a new town or city, is because a landlord that we've worked with already has recommended us to somebody else. So that's probably helped been part of our big growth in the last 5 years. So yeah, it's just been a whirlwind since then, and we started at the very beginning of the pandemic back in 2020. So if anything, it's probably the worst time. Well, we thought it would be the worst time to start a business like this, but we made it work. We kind of we shifted our strategy, working with different type of clients at certain points, like building contractors initially, because they were key workers amongst other people who needed to travel for, who weren't affected again from the travel restrictions. And then we moved towards, relocation, insurance-based clients, corporate as well. So yeah, that we've probably seen it all throughout this business, having started in, again, the worst time possible. But that's probably helped us become more resilient to change, because we've also noticed when during the pandemic, a lot of the people who were about at the time were dropping off. So, we were kind of shifted ourselves or prepared ourselves for a lot of change from the beginning.
Yeah. And I guess for us, in terms of how we can help with potential audience out there, is that, for us, because we're quite experienced in, I guess, in the different markets, whether it's B2C or kind of the B2B market, our model has always been on open and transparency. So, we always kind of give a very honest assessment of whether we think a property will work. This can be depending on a lot of factors. The main thing is obviously always location, but certain locations could be more corporate focused, some could be more contractor, and so forth. So based on those factors, whether you have a 1-bedroom apartment or 5-bedroom house, how close is it be in city centre, how important is parking, how does the property need to be furnished? There isn't really necessarily a one size fits all. You've got to really understand your market and who you're trying to target, which we probably see a lot of people either misunderstand or haven't done the research. I guess that's when we step in and kind of be able to offer that expertise and also be able to manage that property on a day-to-day basis. So for us, we've got experience from, we have managed individual landlords for their properties. We also work with property developers where we manage multi-unit blocks. So, we try to be, in terms of, as diversified as possible. So, a lot of companies use us because whether they have one person who's a project manager, just needs a property for itself, or someone could be on secondment moving with their family and need a 4-5-bedroom house, we can help with that. So that's basically, in a nutshell, what we can do.
Fabulous. No, exactly. A very broad portfolio. I understand now with St Asaph, because it's you, isn't it? Tommy, with the hiking, because it's in a very nice part of the world, so it'd be perfect for hiking. But no, that's great, and I can't believe it that it was just at the beginning of COVID that you started this business, and it's grown so well. So I mean, obviously, landlords and investors to contact you regarding property and discussing managing their properties for them. And also, you for operators out there, accommodation providers, you also have that other arm of your business with Hello Living. And do you want to mention that at all?
Yes, so Hello Living essentially is a booking agency. So what we found out is, we have a lot of clients that stay with us, with Yoko directly. And one thing that we found out was that, we'll contact them towards the end of the stay to say, want to make sure that how's your stay, is everything okay? And if they needed accommodation, perhaps in the near future. So some clients might say, okay, I'm moving from Milton Keynes, let's say, to Glasgow, which is an area that we didn't operate in. So before that, we'll work with other operators in that area to say, look, this guest has stayed with us for 3 months. They're looking to stay here for 6 months, for example. Can you help out? So, and now we had such a big demand for it that now that we set up Hello Living, essentially, where we have, generally we say we have experienced operators on board, who can sign up to our platform, and we basically do a referral system. So if we can have accommodation in the area, we'll send you an inquiry, and there'll be essentially a referral fee. That's essentially how it works. It's just to basically help out other operators as well.
Yeah, no, exactly. But a hybrid as such, where you have both, both arms, the operator basis of your business, and then also organically grown an agency out of that, which is great. No.
And the reason why we
That's
say,
fantastic.
yeah, and the reason why we kind of say experienced operators, I don't mean not necessarily an operator that's has, I mean, not by quantity. It's only someone could have 2-3 units, but what we mean by experience that they really understand hospitality and the short-term accommodation operator. You know, we understand that things can go wrong because there's a lot of moving parts, right? So let's say there's a property, I don't know, let's say the hot water's not working, right? You know, they have the infrastructure in place to get it fixed ASAP, because at the end of the day, it's all about the guest experience. So I just want to make it clear that when we say experience operator, we don't mean by you've got to have X amount of units, is that, you know, you've got to be running at least for a couple years or have a strong hospitality experience.
Yeah, and we're also in the middle as well of building our own software on that side of things, just because at the moment we're just running off as most businesses do at the beginning, run off a few spreadsheets here and there, but no, we're actually investing a lot of money into this side, and building a bespoke system for us to to help both on the clients who are booking, who want to book, and also from the operator side who want to upload the properties, make it as easy as possible, because again we want everyone, we want to drive bookings as much as possible, and with that comes the need for some kind of automation software.
Right, fabulous. No, and nipping back to the the experienced operator side of things, of course, because you're putting your reputation, the name of your business on the line when you're referring people to places in another town, and in your example of Glasgow. So you need to have experienced operators with a good understanding and commitment to the hospitality side of things. So that makes total sense. Yeah. Oh, well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much, both of you, for for agreeing to come on Take 10. So it's been. I've enjoyed the chat, and thanks for that extra information. And we'll see you. We'll call a halt here, but we'll see you next time. We'll see you soon, Tommy.
Thanks for having us so much.
Thank you. And we would let people know that obviously we regularly attend the Saba events and the COSA events as well. So feel free to come meet us one day. We'll see how well we can work together. Looking forward to it, and obviously looking forward to see you again soon, Richard.
Thanks,
Good
Richard.
point. Very good point. So obviously use the go onto this website and find the email addresses. Also then come to the networking events, because Jonny and Tommy, Yoko Properties and Hello Living are very valued sponsors of both the events. So thank you. Good point now. Okay. So well I'll see you at Saba then.
Richard, see you soon.
See you soon. Cheers.
Take care.
Bye bye. Bye bye.